the new Wall Street Week.
Welcome to Wall Street Week, the show of record for long-term investing. I'm Anthony Scaramucci.
And I'm Gary Kaminsky. The Republican National Convention begins on Monday, but the fight for the money has been going on for months now. Our own Charlie Gasparino reporting this week that Wall Street leaders are hesitant to give money to Donald Trump so far, despite Hillary Clinton talking down the financial sector.
Charlie will be here later, but right now our guest is Lou Eisenberg, the Republican National Committee Finance Committee Chairman and the Chairman of Trump Victory. Lou, welcome to the show. I just want to start out and say that I am one of your committee members, and I'm a donor to both of those, the RNC and Trump Victory.
And I should also disclose that I have given money to the Trump Victory campaign as well as the NRSC and Senator Rob Portman, who's running for re-election as a Republican in Ohio right now.
Okay, so now that we've said all that, we've got to ask super tough questions, otherwise it wouldn't be fair. So here are the super tough questions.
Am I ready for this?
Yeah, I think you are, sir. And I should also point out Lou is my old boss at Goldman way back in the day. Thank you for hiring me, by the way. But the first question is related to you're raising a good sum of money. You had a very good report in June, but it does seem like we're getting a little bit of pushback from traditional Republican donors. So what do you say about that, and how are you going about raising the money without their help?
This is the most interesting campaign, I think, for the presidency I've ever been involved in. And it's true that there has been some reluctance on the part of Wall Street to participate in the fundraising activities. We have a unique candidate at the Republican Party. It was a long, grueling primary, as you know. And when you have 17 active members, 16 or 17 of them competing against you, as it culminates, and before the convention, there's still a lot of people who are feeling the pressure of having backed those who did not win and having contributed a lot of money. And so you don't anticipate when you start fundraising that they'll all come on board, but it's a binary election. So right now they are starting to come on board. And as Anthony mentioned, we didn't start. Our candidate, who was a very savvy businessman, began by financing his own campaign and did for the whole primary. When he realized that it was going to be an extremely expensive ordeal to go through to the final, perhaps, he joined forces, which is how I got intimately involved with the Trump campaign, with the RNC. And so the RNC has put its fundraising operation in the hands of the Trump campaign.
So you and I traveled
back and forth.
You and I traveled together to the first fundraiser on Mr. Trump's plane out to L.A., and that was a good start. But remember, that started in last week of May. And so my question is, do you feel like you're sloping and scaling in a way that's necessary to get enough money into the campaign to make him competitive with Mrs. Clinton, on the money side at least?
We're doing very well. Unfortunately, media, some of your friends, advertised our May results and compared them to the other candidates' results.
Even though there was only 3 or 4 days of May where we were actually raising money.
And we really weren't organized and ready to go until June. Our June numbers, we hit 51 million, perhaps a little more. Those are good numbers. I think they will continue to grow. We've scheduled 2, 3, and 4 events all the way through to September at this point. And so, yeah, I'm confident that we will do it.
Lou, 2 things. It sounds to me like you believe, and you've been involved with the McCain campaign, you were involved with the Bush campaign, that after the convention, after next week, it sounds as though you think there will be a groundswell of support just from the other Republicans that have not stepped in yet. Is that what you expect?
Yes, I absolutely expect that. This is a binary choice for Republicans and Democrats. For Americans, forget, if you can for a moment, the politics of it. On the one hand, you've seen around the world the anxiety that's being expressed with those who have held office for 16 years. And there's not a lot of happiness. Brexit's just a symptomatic relief of it. I think on the one hand you have a very successful businessman who represents hope and help, not just hope and change, but hope and help. He understands that he has to move the economy forward. It's jobs, jobs, jobs. I got involved in it this time. It was a total serendipity, but with one thought in mind, that after 9/11, at that time my office was on the 67th floor of World Trade Center 1, and having lost a lot of friends and a lot of confidence that we were going in a direction that was safe. This is about jobs, the economy, and physical security, because they're really combined, and there's no one that's got a better grasp than Donald. So I think Republicans will sense that, and we will move forward.
Yeah, I want to follow up on some of the money questions, Lou. Stay right there. Wall Street Week will be right back.